Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As I said many times, the Poles have balls. And I will continue to say that because that's a fact. They might not have other things, but balls certainly they have. So what's going on? Well, we have some patriots, nationalists, they call them far right, if they want to give them a bad connotation. But hey, far left somehow doesn't have a bad connotation, only far right. For obvious reasons, right? Remember, when you have a party that has in its name socialist workers, kind of not like a right-wing party. It's kind of like a left-wing party, socialist workers party, with an N in front. Okay, so, but anyway, they try to fool us. Yeah, okay. All right, so we got two articles here. One from Associated Press and the other one from Agence France-Presse. And they tell us that we have some Polish nationalists, Polish patriots, marching in the streets of Warsaw and make some claims and warn Poland about leaving the EU. EU, you know what the EU is? The European Union. EU. All right, so what's going on? Let me show you here. First, I'm going to start with Associated Press, which they are weasels. The other ones are weasels too, but let me show you. First, I'm going to take offense with the title. Here it is. Associated Press, November 11th, 2023. Polish nationalists hold Independence Day march in Warsaw after voters reject their worldview. Well, when you reject something, what does that mean? I was about to say in Romanian, ce înseamnă aia. What does that mean when I reject? So let's say you say, hey, would you want to make love? And I reject the offer and I say, no. That's a rejection, okay? That means the outcome is no. Here they say the voters reject the nationalist worldview. How? Do you know that the biggest party in Poland is the Nationalist Party? It's true that they lost about, I think, 8% in the last elections. It's true. But still are at what, 36 or 34, 35%? So they are 35, I think, from 41%. Something like that. So they lost. But is rejected? It's like, yeah, you know what? We're going to make some love, but instead of making for 1 hour, we're going to make 50 minutes. So instead of 60 minutes, we're going to for 50 minutes. Does that sound like a rejection to you? No. Rejection will be 0 minute out of 60 minutes. Correct? So they say the voters reject their worldview. Some voters reject, and they're still the biggest party in Poland. The fact that they are not in power anymore, possibly if they relinquish power, is because the other parties and they did not perform as well, and the other ones got votes. The second, I just looked, the second party in Poland got 3% above whatever they had before, I think, 3. So they got some. So if from the, I think they were 19 or something like this, or 18%, 18%, now they're 20 some. That's how they are. The other ones are 25. So there's still the nationalists have more support than the other ones. Donald Tusk's party of communists, okay, and the beggars for the European Union. So yeah, you got it. But the other ones are still better than you. So instead of, if we play soccer, my team, instead of killing you with 10-4, now it's 10-5. Are you, man, we scored 5 instead of 4. Yeah, but you still lost. Still those guys are 10. They say, well, together as an alliance, you lost. True. But not the View. They lost some from the View, but they still have the majority of Polish people. Majority, 35%. 35 it was, or 25? I'm getting confused. Let me just look. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I think it was 25, but let me see. All right, here it is, my friends. here. So this is United Right. These are the bad people. These are the civic, the weasels, the communists right here with Tusk. And this is what happened. So last election, the bad people had 43.6%. All right. So now they have 35.4. So they lost 8%, 8 points, whatever percentage point is. Okay. So 43, and they dropped from 43 to 35. Big drop, big drop. Now these guys, the communists with Tusk, they got, last time they got 27.4, all right? And then now they have 30. So it's 3.3 percentage points. So these guys are not big winners here, you know? They're not big winners. Look at these guys. These guys got 14%. And these are the third way. So it's not Tusk, it's these weasels. They look like weasels, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if I have to give these guys grades, I think Tusk looks the best, even though he's a communist. This guy looks, oh my, reminds me of someone. But anyway, okay, so here it is. So it's not the worldview. They lost right there, 8 percentage points. These guys got 3, not a beauty. And this guy's what, 5.8 percentage points. I'm sorry, I was saying 14. That's how they got from 8. So actually, these are the biggest losers, which is true. But still, 35%. The other ones have 30. The other ones have 14. Let's go back to the article. So, Polish nationalists hold independence. And they say again here, look at this. This year's event was attended by some 40,000 people and passed off peacefully. The Warsaw mayor said, okay, we got that. Now let's go to the next article. Agence France Press. Far right urges Poland to be ready to quit the European Union. Polska, right there. All right. Not a lot of diversity there. They must be weak. You see, they must be weak. No diversity. And it says right here, remember how many there were over here in the first one? 40,000. What does Agence France Presse said? The annual event in Warsaw attracted 40, probably a zero is missing over there, people. City Hall said, while media outlets estimated 90,000. More than double. Has turned out less than a month after the pro-EU opposition won legislative elections. The opposition, they have to say coalition, because this garbage right here, with this, you didn't win shit with 30%. But 30 plus 14 plus other garbage, you got to 51. And they said, you got here more, right here. All right, they will say probably these guys, since they gain something, probably with this one, they make the Confederation and the left. I don't know. I want to go deeper in that. I can, but I let you do that. So here it is, my friends. It says, banners and placards called for a poll exit after Britain's Brexit from the EU from January 2020. If there are new changes in the European treaties, Poland must be ready to quit the European Union. Good job, Poland, good job. But unfortunately, you are still US's Trojan horse in Europe. Which is fine, because as you know, in the neighborhood, you can't be independent in rough neighborhoods. You have to belong to a gang. Because if you don't belong to a gang, you're going to be by everybody. Unless you can fight everybody, but then you can't, otherwise you're going to be the main gang, but you're not. So you have to be friends with, like in prison. You have to be part of a gang to get some protection. Alone, everyone is gonna if you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. So here is, my friends, Poland, the Poles have balls, and they say they might get out of the European Union. Not impossible. They are too strong. Not too strong. There was a not too strong. They are strong, and they are the strongest. They want to surpass Germany. Supposedly, right now, I think. They don't have nuclear weapons, but they want it deployed by the Big Daddy, by Al Capone. And probably that's going to happen. Who cares, right? Germany has nuclear weapons deployed by Americans, and the Germans can't even look at them. So, my friends, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Poland. But if they say that, then you got obviously Hungary saying that, and who knows who's waiting, who else is waiting. Maybe Slovakia. Remember, they were part of the Visegrad group. They were Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Hungary. They created problems to the European Union, but they broke it a little bit because they kicked Orban here and Hungary, so they broke the whole garbage with Hungary. But not only with that, but it seems like they come together because they realize the biggest enemy is not really over there, is among us, is the guys in charge of us somehow, which is Brussels. And not even Brussels, but it's not Brussels who's in charge. Someone else is in charge through Brussels. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.